I'm going to be teaching you guys a full coverage foundation routine for today. And a lot of people want to know how to make their makeup last longer and how to make their foundation definitely last longer as well. So I'll be giving you guys some tips to achieve those goals. So first off, I use my all-day moisturizer, which is LA Complete, is this one right here. And you want to make sure, I already applied this, but you want to make sure you apply it all over your face. I already did my eyes because I want to focus more on like the cheeks and like the forehead, just like where you would put foundation. The next step I do is I use this specific contour cream. They call it that, but it's like for your under eyes, but I use it also as a primer because when I use it on my under eyes, it like kind of like makes that pull feeling and it pulls your like skin like tighter. So I love it. I recommend it. It looks like this and it has grape oil, so it's really good for you. I put a lot under my eyes and the rest I just spread it. I use it as a primer. So all on my face. The rest you want to spread it. So you just want to add that and just blend it with your hands. All over your face. Make sure you are using a primer, definitely, and a moisturizer if you want your makeup to last all day, especially your foundation. Okay, I'm going to be careful here because I already did my eyes. So and you just want to keep on blending it all. You give yourself like a little massage in the cheeks. I find that really works too, to kind of liven your face. Okay, so now that we're done with our creams, okay, we're gonna go with the foundations. I actually mix two, which is the Maybelline Matte Poreless, this one, and mine is in 115 Ivory. And I use this Monref Base Satin. I mix them together, so that's what we're gonna do. Okay. I'm gonna mix them in this little pink makeup palette that I have. Okay, so I'm just gonna mix them with just any foundation brush. Mix them together. And I apply a lot of foundation because I'm gonna be adding on powders. So to make it stay more, I apply just like a bunch of foundation, but I blend it really well. I find that that's the secret for me and for like I've seen other people that they add a lot, but they blend it well and they use a bunch of powders and it doesn't look cakey. Okay, so just wanna go like this and add it. Of course, add a little on your neck. You don't want to be looking like another color than your neck. Okay. And right here, on the sides of your nose is really important because you have like a whole bunch of pores right there and it looks crazy. Okay. So the next step is add some rose water, which I love, and just like any beauty blender. And you want to spray it, damp it a little. And after you did that, just blend your neck first. And then you just kind of blend your face. And then blend the foundation in your face. I have a whole bunch of freckles. And sometimes I like to cover them for like just times when I feel like it. And I find that this foundation covers a lot of them really good, and especially because I mixed them. So you can see that this foundation just is covering everything. Of course, my under eye circles aren't gonna go by that fast, but we are gonna add concealer and that, so don't worry, don't you worry. Okay, so you want to spread it and blend it real good. Okay, so now you can see how good it is. I definitely covered a bunch of my freckles. And okay, so the next step I use is I use my Shiny palette. and I do my color correction. So just with any just like brush that it's like straight up, I want to grab this one right here, which is like a kind of like a light orange. I grab that one and I do right here a little bit, just on the line, on the under eye circle right here. You just want to do a little, don't go crazy. And just because I have freckles right here, sometimes I like to cover them, so I just go over them as well. And when you have pimples, and just right here that I have freckles, and I don't blend that right now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab another brush, my foundation brush again, and I'm gonna grab this lighter color with this one, kind of mix them. And this I use as a concealer, this one with this one right here. So you want to go over it, and you're not gonna just yet blend it. So you're gonna go over it and you're gonna cover it. So we go again and we cover this one. Okay. And then you just want to do a little line as like if you were highlighting naturally, you know. You go here and you want to go on the chin. And I always like to add a little bit on my forehead. Okay, so now we're gonna blend, and we use the same technique with rose water. You just wanna splash it again and just blend off. And I'm just gonna blend real well, guys, since this takes kind of like a long time, and I'll be right back with you guys so we can continue this. And I blended it out perfectly. You can see my skin looks really pretty, and it really looks glowy and like really like healthy. So the next step I'm gonna do is kind of bake a little, and I just do this on my under eye because I don't like to exaggerate, and you know, and I use my mineral powder, and I don't really know what color it is. This is actually a powder foundation, but I like to bake in these colors because I find out that like it's really helpful. And I use this Cosmetic Beauty 360 wedges. I recommend them for the under eyes and setting your makeup. They come in like this. And they're really perfect to get under your under eyes. So I'm gonna grab just a lot. So you're gonna grab and you're gonna damp and grab a lot of powder and just put it on your under eyes. This one looks kind of yellowish, but I kind of like the yellowish for the baking because I feel like you still have some color, because with the baking it takes all the color away from you. So you want to put a lot on your under eye, and that's kind of the only part I bake. And sometimes I like to go down like this to your smile line. I'm gonna grab more, put on the other side. Just one more. You want to add, as I said, a bunch to the under eye and go down to your smile line. Okay, and I add just a little on the forehead, just to dab. Okay guys, so I'm gonna let this like dry a little, or not like dry, but like set a little, and I'll be right back with you guys so we can continue. And I'm actually gonna do kind of like my contour and stuff, so I'll show you the last steps when we come back. And the next step we're gonna do is actually take the little powder off that you put on. I took the time to, while it's set, I applied some contour to the places that I felt I needed a little. So that's what I did. And you want to take the powder off and look how pretty it looks. It totally looks blended and it doesn't look patchy. And you just want to flick it down. I got a little bit on my forehead too, so you want to put it. I actually did my nose already. Put it smaller, okay? And this is the completed look for the foundation routine. This brush is from Amore Mio, and it's like an old lower type of to apply compact, and this is my compact from Studio Face NC25, and it's a shade darker than me, so you just want to go all over your face with it to kind of set all the foundation and all the baking and all the patterns that you have on your face. I love how it's from Amore Mio, like I mentioned. I love how it's so circular that it goes all over your face and you just have to make circles with it, but it goes on so smooth. Okay. And you want to go down to the neck as always. Apply a lot of highlight there. So off camera, I'm going to actually apply some blush and apply some highlight, and I'll be right back with you guys so you guys can see the finished look. I love it. I love it with these eyes, and I love how kind of like my freckles don't show anymore and how it is set so beautifully to my skin. So I'm very excited, and I'll be back with you guys. I'm just going to apply some blush, some highlighter, some lipstick, and I'll be right back with you guys to show you the final result. So I went in with my blush and my highlighter, and I applied some lipstick, and I feel it looks so pretty. I love this look and how it turned out today, and like the makeup coverage, how pretty it looks. And I'm just gonna zoom in like a little, and look how glowy and just so perfect it makes your skin look. I just love this foundation coverage routine. And the last step, sorry, don't mind me. The last step that I'm gonna do is apply some rose water over it, and you just kind of want to spray it like towards like this side. And you close your eyes and you spray off, even to your neck. This last step really helps it stay, and you want to just like blow it so it stays in place. But yes, I love this whole makeup coverage foundation routine because it's really helpful and it looks just really pretty. So if you guys want to make it happen for yourselves, you saw how easy it was. Remember always to have the right foundations for your skin tone, the right primers that you have to use, and the moisturizers. Those are just really 3 important things that you have to make this look just look very full coverage and very glowy. Don't go crazy on the foundations, and remember that you're always going to use highlights and other colors and powders, so just try to not go crazy. But just remember to blend all really well and apply all those steps. And don't forget your rose water or just any kind of setting spray. So thank you guys so much for watching, and if you like this tutorial, comment down below, and please like and subscribe. Till next time.